What is up, everyone? I did start doing the Coney breakdown videos earlier with the San Antonio qualifier, and I did want to do them for every qualifier, but the footage has been so inconsistent and hard to find good footage with just showing the whole field and everyone eating. I just made excuses. There wasn't enough good footage, there was no point in doing it, but this Louisville contest, this does have a really good video that I found, and a few other contests as well that I will be doing. I don't know if I'll be doing every single contest. Obviously my qualifier, I think the only video up is my video, and that's just showing a few of the eaters. Not all of these videos are perfect, but this one's really good quality. It shows the whole field, and it's a qualifier that I really didn't know anything about. I know who won it, but I don't really know anything else about it. So let's go ahead and get started with this video breakdown, and I'm gonna start the video in 3, 2, 1. All right, let's watch it. So I fast forwarded to like when that contest is actually starting. This is about to count it down. Sam's about to count it down. Okay, so off the bat, that dude that went 2 in on the right there with the black long sleeves, I don't know who he is. I think that's the guy with the YouTube channel. Oh yeah, he's the MLE. His YouTube's MLE wannabe, and he has a separate video of it himself, but his is like a GoPro or phone footage of just him. And then Sweet Tooth, of course, in the middle there. He's obviously been training. He's putting him down pretty fast. Table Ender's making a go at it, man. He's trying. He's at least trying to put on a show, if nothing else. And then the female winner, Stevie Palmer, I think that's her second from the end on the right, our right. And she's going slow and steady. The other Liz person. So Liz is actually closer to the center, so she's a favorite here. Because I'm guessing she's done contests before, but Stevie hasn't done it, so she's closer to the end. Matthew Rabel, the dude in the red bandana, making a huge scene before the contest about like trying to pump up the crowd and stuff like that. That's pretty intense. And then I don't know who the guys on the end are. Those two on the far left, probably just random dudes. But this table ender on the right, man, he's doing pretty good. He's putting them down. He's dunking buns and everything. Actually, no, the one on the left is Ethan. I think the one on the far left is Ethan Teskey. No, he's not on the far left. He's second from the left. That's Ethan. Yeah. Sweet Tooth is just going in, man. He's ready. He's trying to win this. From what it looks like, I didn't get very much view of Rabel, but it looks like he's eating really messily. His bun is just like falling apart, and he's just kind of shoving it down, not really eating with any sort of form or anything like that. But it looks like they're all going 2 at a time. I don't know what the point is for going 2 at a time if you're not going to eat more than like 30. I think even Adrian Morgan eats 1 at a time, and he puts up over 30. So, I mean, I tried eating 2 at a time for the first few hot dogs, but I mean, you quickly realize that you don't even need to eat 2 at a time. Do you get it down quicker? Not necessarily. If you like practice 2 at a time for like a long period of time, then you may be able to put it down quicker. But if you're just eating like in the contest, just doing 2 at a time without a lot of practice with that technique, it's not even faster. Because I tried doing it, and then compared to like the 1 at a time, the Solomon method where you break the dog in half and eat that, it didn't even save a single second. It was basically the exact same time it took me to eat it. And the downside to that is that there's more hot dog eat and less soggy bun to balance it out. Okay, yeah, look, oh no, it looked like she gagged for a second, Stevie. It looked like she gagged, but I don't think that was her gagging. She actually said, I listened to the Fink podcast with her, and she said that she ate a soggy bun with every meal for like 2 weeks before the contest. That's insane. She just casually, with every meal, she ate a soggy bun just to get used to it, which I think is pretty ingenious, but at the same time really funny. So it looks like they don't have counters. They only have counters on Rabel and Sweet Tooth right now. I don't know if those are the top two. Rabel, is he eating like the whole hot dog as is? Is that what he's doing right now? I can't tell. It keeps panning away from. It looks like he's holding an entire hot dog right now with like bun and everything and just taking bites out of that. Sorry if this video is like really dark. I know like I keep looking at it. It's just, I don't know, it just feels like it's dark even in post. I don't know how much light I'd be able to add back to it. I'm still waiting for my lighting thing to come in. Okay, so right now Rabel and Sweet Tooth are pretty close. We don't know where this guy, the MLE wannabe guy, and even Stevie Palmer doesn't have a counter. I don't know why they put a counter on Liz as opposed to another person that had a higher number. I know she's a girl, but I feel like you should prioritize the people with the higher numbers, like as far as tracking how much they've eaten. Just to know, you know, just so the crowd knows who's in it and who's not. Stevie's doing her little jump for the fans. I think she has like a bunch of people that came in and is cheering her on, so she feels like, or maybe she's just trying to get a burp out, who knows. Guy on the end still seems to be going pretty good. That guy's still doing 2 at a time over there. Like in my opinion, that's definitely a harder technique to do two hot dogs and then 2 buns. Just because the buns just stuck your mouth so much, so you gotta make sure you're pushing it down before you put in the next bun into your mouth, or you're just gonna overstuff your mouth, and that's a nightmare. In competitive eating, you do not want to overstuff your mouth because then you have to chew a lot and that'll waste a lot of time. Okay, so I mean Cohen's obviously going to cruise to the finish and win. We already know that. I really want to know how much this MLE wannabe dude eats, and I want to know how much Rabel eats, even though like Rabel's more of a show guy than anything, but a little pan of the crowd. That's a big crowd. Well, I mean, there was a big crowd at my qualifier too, but this one seems really big. I think Cohen said in his interview that this was during an air show of some sort, so there was like planes flying around and stuff like before and or during the contest. I don't know. So yeah, 7 minutes in. This is like the point where you're just like, what, like FML, like why am I doing this? Like the fatigue starts setting in, like the flavor fatigue, and you start getting full, and it's just a nightmare for the last 3 minutes. Guy's still going 2 at a time, but he's chewing a lot. That's the problem. The MLE wannabe dude, that guy's chewing a lot, and he's just sitting there chewing away for about 10 to 12 seconds after each bite, which is really a killer. You know, what I suspect is that he's really full and he's trying to get a burp out to relieve some of that fullness, and it's just stuck. It's not coming out. Because I know that happens to me a lot. Oh yeah, that was a gag. I saw that. Stevie just gagged. Hardcore. Yeah, it's not an uncommon thing. I mean, Sweet Tooth is still going. He's hunched. So Sweet Tooth is hunched over, one arm on the table for basically this whole contest. I mean, he does stand up, but he has his whole like hunched over sort of thing where he just puts all his weight on one fist and just shovels it down. Maybe that helps him. I don't know. Like putting all his support on his hands so he doesn't have to stand up and like stretch out his stomach as much during, so that his stomach can like, because when you're hunched over, the stomach has more space. Like it takes up it's less stretched out vertically, so it's technically it can stretch a little bit more. Alright, so Sweet Tooth just hit the big 2-0. He's gonna get those last 2 down. So yeah, I mean, I don't think really There's no like epic comeback here. There's no really close to the finish. It's just Sweet Tooth cruising. So Sweet Tooth claims that he's like at this point in time he's capable of up to like 25 or 26, and by Nathan she wants to have 30. So I think it's definitely possible. I don't know, like if he was capable of that, like what happened on that day that he didn't hit that number is what I want to know. So yeah, this is like the last 10 seconds coming up. Everyone's gonna get their chipmunking. Sweet Tooth's got a big chipmunk going there. Rabel just is overstuffing his mouth. Oh, yep, that's them. And Stevie's got a huge freaking chipmunk. She can't, look at that, she can't even keep it in her mouth. It's like a mass of just hot dog and bun just sticking out. That was a good one. Okay, so yeah, Sweet Tooth took that one, obviously. I don't know how many Rabel ate, but he wasn't even close. Okay, these are the official results via Eat Feeds. Matt Cohen, first 22, Brian Eek, and second was 16. I think that's the MLE wannabe guy on YouTube. Steve Lancet, 14, third. Matt Rabel, 13 and a half. And then Ethan, 11 and a half. And then Stevie Palmer won for the girls with 10, and then Liz, 8, 7. Hope you guys enjoyed this little video breakdown. I like looking through the qualifiers and just kind of seeing what happened during them, and just for the first time, I haven't watched that one before. None of the ones I've really seen except one I saw in the live stream. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and stay tuned for the next qualifier breakdown. See you later.